The Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. So, if he took the time to actually understand what the Future Drought Fund was for, rather than seek to play petty politics with this, then he might understand that that fund is there to provide for future water resilience. What we're doing on farm household allowance, Mr Speaker, on what we're doing on rural financial counsellors and what we're doing on support for mental health, on what we're doing to do everything from on-farm water infrastructure, whether it's to increase the allowances for silage investments or on-farm water infrastructure projects that the farmers are actually doing themselves, or whether it's the money we're putting into councils to ensure that they're keeping local communities supported throughout the drought, or more than $50 million we've directly put into charitable organisations like the Salvos and Vinnies. This is a comprehensive response, and I would just simply appeal to the member for Hunter to support the government's initiatives which are reaching out to farmers and just stop being such a dill.
The member for Higgins. The member for Higgins will resume her seat. The Manager of Opposition Business. Manager of Opposition Business.
The Prime Minister concluded with an unparliamentary term which should be withdrawn.
Members on my right. Member for Higgins resume her seat. It's all right. No one else is going to get the call. It'll be okay. Look, I have previously said, I say to the Manager of Opposition Business, I would rather the discourse be a bit better, and I think it has been. Terms like that are, of course, littered through the Hansard, but I'm prepared to say now I don't welcome them, and I mean I could go through the history of it all, but I'm not going to, at this point. And I think, really, in terms of the interchange, it's not helpful. I'd rather those terms weren't used, I've got to say. I'll just say to the Prime Minister, if those terms are used, they will be used by both sides of the House. And if I did, I'm just going to say to members. No, I'm just going to say to members. I'm going to keep a close watch on this. I did very much think about asking the Prime Minister to withdraw. The only reason I didn't is of terms that have been in, not so much in questions recently, but in speeches, in adjournment speeches, in 90-second statements and all the rest of it. I do have to say the term the Prime Minister used was very much at the lower level of some of the other terms that have been used, and no, I'm not going to repeat them.